Okay, so here we are at the trailhead at Peak Hill Trail, and we're going to be going up to Peak Hill Pond, which is one of those trout ponds that they stock by helicopter. This is a White Mountain National Forest area, so but it doesn't seem to have the same kind of it's a little more remote, even though it's actually pretty close to Route 93. And as you can see from all the trail descriptions that I've read, the beginning of the trail is a little washed out, but eventually this is going to turn into a road. It's about 1.7 miles up the pond, so it's going to be a pretty easy climb, which is going to be good because I injured, I think I pulled a muscle or something in one of my legs, my left leg, about 6-7 weeks ago, right when I wanted to start doing some of these climbs and filming. So had to do a little recovery. It's also October 10th, which only gives me 5 more days to check out this pond from fly fishing, because it is a trout pond. It's not a designated wild trout pond because they did stock it by helicopter a few years back, and they may still be doing that. But the season does end on October 15th. So hopefully we'll get some nice foliage. And it was really sunny earlier, but there seems to be some dark clouds coming over. So, but you know, temperature's not bad, no complaints. So the trail follows this this ridge, which is providing a really nice little tiny comfortable breeze. And you can hear, maybe you can hear, down below is Bagley Brook, which actually runs out of Peak Hill Pond. So there might be some potential for some trout there. It actually feeds into the Pemigewasset, so it's possible that trout could come up the Pemigewasset to spawn up into the pond, and that's what we're here to investigate. And once again, the trail is pretty easy. Looks like the intersection of a couple of old dirt roads, but it's a nice gentle incline. Well, we're less than a half a mile to our destination, and I'm beginning to see some of the tops of other mountains. Here's the trail that I came up, and this is where we're going. Not much further, but I hope this gray clouds kind of parts. Looks like it does in some places, so hopefully we'll get some nice sunshine for the foliage. Well, I just came down a little bit of a hill and starting to see the pond for the first time, and hopefully the sun will stay out, get down here, but looks like some really good reflections in the water. Of the foliage. I did just pass the people that whose cars were parked next to mine, so I'm here all alone. So this is quite nice. I just ran into an older gentleman on the trail. He said he'd been up here, got up here around 7:30 in the morning, and wasn't a lot of action. He says this pond doesn't fish as well as it used to when he was younger. He did catch a 10-inch brook trout, and he was telling me that many years ago he took some scuba diving. He says it's about 14 feet deep, but that the bottom has got it's spring fed. He says the water's down a little bit, which you can see, but he said that it's got a lot of lush growth and stuff. You know, just stuff that you can just like plant life that you can just like swim easily through. He says the trout really can hide in that, and I imagine for spin fishermen that would drive you crazy having to constantly catch that. But there's also some canoes, and I think one of them might even have a paddle. I was told it's a anyone can use it. So that could be kind of fun. See if we might go out and do a little canoeing. And as you can see, the foliage is just starting to turn. it's getting really close to peak, although we've got a lot of cloud cover over here. It looks like you can, I don't know if you can walk around, but judging by the water, looks like I can wade out a good ways here too. I don't see any action on the pond. I see a couple of small little minnow nibbles, but I'm told it's all brook trout and maybe a little horn pout, but that's about it. And looking into the water, I can see some salamanders and stuff. I did bring my waders and some shoes, so we can try all these things. So, Peaked Pond, Thornton, New Hampshire. I guess that's, oh no, it's Peaked Hill Pond, and I guess that's probably Peaked Hill right there too. Okay, well, as you can see, I found the canoe, and not only is there a canoe, but there's also some paddles, and so very generous of people to, I guess it's almost like an open ride on the pond if you get here early enough. There's also a rowboat, and there may be another canoe too, but I didn't see it. So I'm going to be fly fishing today with a bamboo rod. It's a beautiful rod. It's a rather big one because I thought I might be just wading. So it's a 9-footer, which is big for bamboo. It's made by Chris Webber. Okay, I'm sorry, Chris Webber. That's a basketball player. It's made by J.D. Wagner. I think that's Jim Wagner. And it's a model 386 D8. It's a 5-weight, which I have on here. And also, I'm going to be fishing today with a little hopper pattern. Let's see if that'll bring the fish up to the surface. And what I'll do is I'm going to probably paddle over first to the side over here. I don't know whether, I think it's the leeward side because the wind seems to be blowing pretty heavily over here. So let's take a look and see if I can find something. But at the same time, bugs tend to sometimes float where the wind goes. So, both sides could be productive. And let's give it a shot. Okay, well, I'm down at the quiet end now. It's getting a little windy out in the front there, and I just saw a rise right over here. So I don't see any bugs or anything coming off, but I've got my got that hopper on. So what I think I'm going to do, since the boat wants to seem to drift this way, is I'm going to back it up a little bit. I'm going to paddle into this corner. See if I can position myself for near where that fish rose. So it rose over there. Get some line out. Usually a fish are nearby when you're fishing a hopper. I'm hearing rises. Maybe I should put on a little frog pattern. Like a bass fishing or something. There's no bass in here though. So I'm basically just searching the area. So what I do is I drop it, and then I just give it a few little tugs to sort of simulate a little grasshopper in the water. I'm not having to cast it very far. Ooh, go! Oh! I wasn't prepared for that. Rats! Unbelievable. They're here, and they like what I'm throwing at them, so. I didn't get a good hook set on that one at all. Probably need to dry the fly off a little bit. I wonder if I throw it right near these little lily pads. That might help a little. Well, let's try drying it off a bit. Well, that's a nice sized trout too. Boy, it's really pretty. out here. Tranquil. Get some nice foliage coming. I'm going to try a few more casts and then let's move someplace else. Wind's starting to move me around a little bit. Might as well take advantage of it. I had a perfect position for a fish that I saw rise, and the wind just picks me right up. I don't even see wind on the surface. Well, time to finish the, the canoeing part of this trip. Well, this is the, this is where the stream outlet, I think, leaves the lake. Looks like a remnants of an old, very old beaver dam. I might try casting something over there. That's kind of interesting sign over there. I think it actually says welcome. Well, let me see if I can maneuver across this old dam. I should mention another really nice feature of this pond is that someone put a very comfortable looking chair here that you can sit in and enjoy the breeze. And although the sun is kind of glaring right now, it's about 3:46. I'm going to be heading out. Because I think the sunset's like getting closer to like 5 every night. But yeah, just gorgeous little pond, nice and clean. And clearly people go swimming here, camping. And boating. And me, I'm enjoying an apple. And one last look at the Peak Till Pond. Give you an idea of the trail out. It's like a road. It's I guess it's an old logging road, so it's pretty easy going, and you don't see a lot of big rocks or anything that you're going to trip over. So it's a really nice good on the knees, good on my recovering hurt leg, and good experience fishing this pond.